Hello and welcome back to the vlog, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the car, welcome back to Cornwall, and welcome back to us going out foraging for food because petrol is extraordinarily expensive. It is very expensive these days, about £1.50 a litre, which if you convert that into dollars and gallons is, I don't know, I'm not doing the maths. However, I was watching videos on YouTube. Imagine that! Someone watching actual videos on YouTube. And one of the videos that I was watching was from a channel called Veritasium, and Veritasium do science documentaries essentially. So they do science documentaries on all manner of things, all manner of science related cool things. And it's 145, 145.9. Okay, that's the pence per litre. So Veritasium do videos on YouTube which are science related, and one of the videos they put out last week is one to do with YouTube itself and the importance of clickbait on YouTube. So I was watching and I was going, because I'm always trying to make the channel grow, get bigger, and biggen the channel, make it something that it could possibly be and not what it currently is, question mark. I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. There is an awful lot of stuff behind the scenes that I do to try and make things move forward, and quite often it kind of doesn't result in anything. So I was like, okay, I'll watch this video. I'm not prepared to put clickbait on my channel, but let's see what they have to say. And it's very interesting. So in the old days of YouTube, one of the things that was super serial important was that you had subscribers. In fact, it still is super serial important to a point where you still need subscribers. If you didn't know, or if you've never run a YouTube channel before, one of the things you absolutely 100% need are subscriber numbers in order to unlock features on the back end. Those features can include tech support, like super basic stuff. You need 1,000 subscribers in order to email someone to say, yo, YouTube is broke, what happened? So yeah, that's super important. But in the old days, what used to happen is that YouTube and the little algorithm would say, you have 100 subscribers, so we're going to give your video out to more people searching for the things that you're making. All right, makes sense. And then from that you would get more subscribers. So YouTube would say, you've got more subscribers because we're sharing the video out, so let's share the video out even more, and you get more subscribers, and it turns into an Ouroboros of subscribers and views. And then they realized that actually that's a bit of a pain in the bum, because the new guys coming along with their channels aren't getting as many subscribers or views or anything, and they're finding it quite impenetrable to get into the system because the big channels have this Ouroboros, this sort of self-growing, self-feeding fire of views and subscribers that just make the channels a lot bigger. So they changed the algorithm. There is still an importance on subscribers, obviously, in order to unlock stuff, but the way your video is shown is less related to subscriber count now and more related to things like CTR, click-through rate, and watch time, and clickbait. Mostly clickbait. So if I make a video, a gaming video, and it's Stranded Deep, and somebody searches for Stranded Deep on YouTube, they're going to get maybe my video up with a bunch of other people's videos, and at that point the person who's coming along to search for something specific might click on mine if in the title mine says, here's like rawhide or something. This is the thing that you're looking for. Come and view my work. View it with your eyeballs, but not your fingers. We don't do that here. So that's fairly straightforward. But if it's a bunch of videos that have basically the same content, one of the things that is going to happen is the person is going to click on they're going to click on the video with the face with the open mouth, the YouTube face, or the arrows, or the big question marks on the thumbnails, the clickbaity stuff that everyone derides, but it works. And I don't like that. I don't like it. I'll get back to thumbnails momentarily, because the other thing that they were talking about is the titles. You see, when you search for something, you get the first 50 characters of the title in the search. Now you can hover over, if you happen to be on a computer, you can hover over the title and it gives you the full title name. But in the search, typically you'll only get the first 50 characters. And what I've been doing is I've been putting the game name, Stranded Deep, or Jedi Fallen Order, or whatever, in the old title as the first thing. So I've been making a few mistakes. My thumbnails are just not clickbaity enough, and my titles are full of stuff that is just repeated over and over in a search. At least I think that's how it works. So there's something called click-through rate, and click-through rate is a statistic which is shown alongside watch time and views. So I can see how many people view a video, I can see how long on average people watch it for, and I can see something called a click-through rate, and I've never really understood what that was until watching the video on Veritasium. And the click-through rate is the number of times your video has been shown to somebody versus the number of times it's been clicked. So if it has a click-through rate of 3%, that means for every 100 times it's been shown to somebody, it's been clicked 3 times. And then that might not be a bad thing. I mean, I watch a lot of Game Grumps in bed on my iPad. So I've got an iPad, I'm in bed, I'm watching Game Grumps because I'm going to sleep. The whole screen, the whole search, or the whole front end is going to be orange because all the thumbnails from Game Grumps happen to have orange in them. So for every video that I click, there's going to be like 9 that I don't click. So that's going to push the click-through rate of those videos down. But it is an interesting metric, and it's something that I've been looking at more closely. And in the last few videos, I've reorganized the title of the video. So I've put what we're doing in the video first, then the game title, and then the episode number. So I'm going to try that out for a little bit to see if that gets more views, more people coming to the channel from the searches. So I'm guessing that people are seeing the videos, or they're appearing in people's searches, but they're just not clicking on them. And the other thing I'm doing is to slightly change the thumbnail. So there are a few elements for the thumbnail that you may not be aware of. So the blue sky with the orange or red or white chevron at the corner of the thumbnail is one that I made in 2016. So I made it in 2016, about the same time I started doing Stranded Deep. In fact, I think I did it for the first Stranded Deep videos. It had the channel logo, which was orange. It was an orange square at the time. It had the episode number, and then there was a sort of a thumbnail from the game itself. There have been changes over time. Last Christmas, or the Christmas before, whenever Cyberpunk 2020 came out, I changed the logo from a square to a circle. And then I redesigned the channel logo, so that ended up as a sort of a deep red with an orange circle around it, kind of like the Sonic Rings circle. So that changed. A couple of months ago, maybe September, maybe August, I started looking at the thumbnails, the actual screenshots from the games that I've been using, with a little bit more of a critical eye, because I realized, you're a photo editor, I'm a photo editor. Why are my thumbnails looking a bit soft, a little bit meh? So I've been sharpening them, a little bit of unsharp mask at 150%. I've been adding things like chromatic aberration, a little bit of red and green chromatic aberration have been added in. I've been adding a little bit of positive vignette to lighten the corners, or a negative vignette to darken the corners. of the thumbnails. I've reduced the size of the game title on quite a lot of the thumbnails, and I've added something called noise, which is just a monochromatic noise in order to give you a little bit more psychovisual detail in the image. It's a little trick that Blu-ray uses when you upscale from DVD to Blu-ray. The image is sharpened and then it adds a little bit of noise. It gives you the impression of more texture, detail on things like skin and stuff. It's not clickbait, but it was just making the thumbnails a little bit more technically detailed, I guess. So more recently, since watching the Veritasium video, what I've done is I have moved the blue and orange chevrons over by about 100 pixels to the left. So I've reduced the thickness of them. They ain't so thick. And I've reduced the size of the channel logo and the number, the sort of the episode number, just to give me a little bit more space in order to have a bigger, more interesting thumbnail. That's the plan. That's the plan. Oh, this roundabout where nobody uses their indicators or blinkers. What? Oh no, that guy was indicating to go up the A30 and then he went off to Long Rock. All right. It's kind of like wacky races. So that's where we are. I'm not going to be adding arrows to the thumbnails. I'm not going to be adding a picture of myself with an open mouth. But I will be just tweaking things here and there. And I think the titles are probably the most important thing. So the first 50 characters are going to be what's going on in the video, and then the sort of unimportant stuff, like the less important stuff, like the actual game title and the episode number. You'll be able to see on the video page, but it's less important for the search page or the search results. Good. I think we've covered just about everything. How wonderful. Wunderbar, wunderbar. Also, Sainsbury's again. Also, it's super busy today. We don't normally come here on a Saturday. This Saturday as I record this, there's a lad behind us. I can see him on the camera. He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Here's a pro tip. If you're ever in a supermarket car park, do not be in a rush to back into a space, because if you try and get out of If you try and get out of the way of somebody, you might end up just reversing into a bollard. Not speaking from experience, but it is something that can happen. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys there because I'm going to go and get pizza probably. I've had a very vegetarian few months and it's probably going to carry on actually. I don't mind that. But I am feeling like pizza today. And pizza, for anyone who is in America, it's an open top sandwich, it's not a pie. It's not a pie, it's not a pie. It's not a pie. Pizza is not a pie. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Obviously subscribe, because boy, them subscriber numbers do help in the long run, and obviously like, because that helps the channel, that helps the video get searched, and if you have any comments, leave them down below, and tell you what, I'll catch you next time. 2 buses! I want to do a vlog, and there are 2 buses! Go away! Go away, bus!